Yo. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Proverbs for 18 Millennial YouTube channel. This is a continuation of what we're talking about last week. As I mentioned, I have a couple more tips for you. Y'all know I be talking about everything I know, right? We gotta learn together, right? And you guys are gonna comment, right? You guys are gonna comment down below. Of course, I know y'all going, y'all got me. I know. Thank you, guys. Again, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Desire Ajashagiri. If this is your first time, welcome. But man, where have you been, man? But welcome. Thanks for joining us on this journey. The main goal of our YouTube channel is to continue to help ourselves, help one another. Y'all teach me. I'll be talking about things I know. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all give me your opinions. That's a little slasher coming out of me today. That does not look good on me, guys. No, that doesn't look good on me. Again, I have a list in front of me that we're going to talk about today. Today really we're going to be talking about some things that might take a little longer to implement as opposed to the things that we talked about last week. But again, this is about your cash, right? You're implementing the quick turnaround, short-term turnaround, short to medium term turnaround on the last episode that we talked about, and this is more longer term implementation type thing. And hey, I'm sure I need money now that I'm in my 20s, and I'm sure when I'm in my 30s and 40s and 50s, I'm still gonna need money. So short-term, long-term, we all need to know about them so we can begin to figure out how to implement those in our day-to-day life, right? That's what I think. But so let's just jump right in. Before we go, if you haven't subscribed yet, you just hit the button. There you go. All right, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna talk about three things that might be a little bit more difficult to implement, but three things that you can begin to change your money game. At some point, these things will be self-operational, and you won't have to hustle as much anymore because now you have just this income that's kind of coming to you without you putting in as much effort. It's gonna be a lot of effort in the beginning, and later on, it's just gonna be on its own, automatic roll. And who doesn't like a low side money when I'm sleeping? I know I do, and if you do too, please keep listening. All right, the first thing we're going to talk about is e-commerce, and this has been huge over the past couple of years. I mean, in fact, if you're just hearing about this, you're kind of a little late, but better late than never. E-commerce is something that a lot of people have been capitalizing on. I mean, there's so many options that I'm gonna kind of talk to you about. I have a list in front of me. I just want to make sure that we are pretty thorough with the things that we're talking about. If you haven't heard about eBay, Etsy, those type of websites where you can put your things on, Shopify, I mean, hey. I mean, we're not even talking about Amazon here. We're talking about the other things that people don't really know about. Amazon is its own different beast, and we're going to actually talk about it. But even on Amazon, you can put different things on there. You can, start, selling things from your closet that you're not wearing, because a lot of us are guilty of that. I know a couple of my friends that y'all need to sell some of your stuff, and maybe I'm also preaching to the choir. I actually have made some money selling stuff on I think it's Let Go is one of them or something like that. There is also the Facebook Marketplace. I mean, there's so many e-commerce websites right now, but people are just picking up things at a discount because now you have it. It's used, but you also know it's probably lightly used, and you also check out the condition of these things if you're buying them. But if you're also selling them, you make sure that, when I once sold a shoe, I think it was on eBay or something. I think I bought the shoe. I'm not going to give you my numbers, but I sold it for 3x. And I'd even used the shoe before, but I cleaned it up nicely, polished it nicely, packaged it nicely, and I was like, hey, look, if you don't want this, I can give you your money back at 100%, return guaranteed. Somebody picked it up, and now the person's happy, I'm happy. Hello, who just made money? So these are things that you can actually do, and the way to build a long-term business around this is when you sell out the things that you're not using in your closet, you're gonna run out of things. Hopefully, you're not buying more things that you don't need. Amen. Amen. Once you run out of those type of things, you then begin thinking about things like thrifting. I know y'all don't like it, and I know y'all are bougie, and y'all don't buy stuff from the secondhand shops. But okay, if you're trying to buy to resell, this is actually a huge business, and we don't know a lot of people that make money from it. But just go out there on YouTube and see how people are making money from thrifting. They're gonna go to a thrift store, even though there's some thrift stores that you're not supposed to resell. So don't Don't get me wrong. If you're gonna buy stuff from a thrift store that you're not supposed to resell, don't resell them. But there's some thrift stores that they don't care what you do with it. Just go out there, pick stuff up, look for things that you think might do well in the market that maybe a lot of people are looking for at a steep discount, but they don't have it, or things that you just feel like, oh, this looks good, I can definitely sell this, and begin to put a markup on it and sell them. And at that point, you're making the margin, right? You're making the profit. That's your cost price, your selling price equals your profit. And of course, you factor in your time, you factor in either your transportation, your feeding, whatever it is that you want to factor into the markup that you put in there, whatever you think it's worth. Begin to do it, and this doesn't have any jurisdictional or regional type of limitations. If you're in Nigeria, I know I have some viewers in Nigeria, or if you're outside the US, in fact, in general, there are definitely shops that you can go to that they sell things that are either lightly used, fairly used, I don't know what they're called in whatever jurisdiction you might be in, but you can definitely capitalize on those things and begin to sell them to other people who don't have time to go pick it up themselves, who don't even know those things exist, but are willing to pay for some lightly used stuff, and you put a markup on it. And in fact, if you deliver in those type of places, I mean, in the US, you can just put it, throw it in the mail or something and just let it go, whatever. But those are things that you can do. You can definitely build a business on that. If that's something you like to do, collect stuff, definitely and you don't even need to start with a whole lot of money. Just a little change here and there, you can, begin to build, and that's how you begin to make this thing happen. Eventually, guess what? You're gonna need to hire people to help you do it, because you're gonna grow out of it, and now you're managing a huge portfolio. I mean, you don't have to be the next Zuckerberg to make money. You just have to be the next you and think creatively. There are things that you like to do. Zuckerberg started this thing because he liked to code or something. If you listen to his story, and or he liked to connect with something like that. He started from his dorm room, right? So what do you like to do? If something thrifting is something that you enjoy, why don't you just do that? Another thing is some of you are very gifted and very creative, and you make things in the house, arts and crafts. I have a friend, shout out to JJ, she makes soaps. People do different things, and I'm just like, what the heck? You guys go and sell this thing out there, let people hear about you. I mean, start with your friends and family, that's great, but outside of that, what else are you going to do? At some point, you're going to exhaust the pool of your friends and families, right? So you need to go out there and begin to sell more to other people who might just stumble on you. And of course, the IGs of the world, the Facebooks of the world, Twitter, of course, is something that you can capitalize on as well. What are you guys doing? You need to begin to, hey, that money is not going to come up to your door and knock on you. It's not going to fall through your roof. You need to begin to think, okay? Another thing I want to talk about is, and this is the Amazon part, fulfilled by Amazon. That's one of the things that a lot of people, I don't even know if y'all know about it. If y'all don't know about it, just put in Google. Fulfilled by Amazon is humongous. People have built businesses off of this. So people, that's all they do. There's a whole process to it, which I'm not gonna go through. If y'all want me to talk about that, leave a comment down below. We can put that in some of our episodes later on. But Fulfilled by Amazon is huge, and you don't even have to make anything yourself. You don't even have to touch anything yourself. It does come with its risks, of course, so do your homework like we talked about. Always do your research. But Fulfilled by Amazon, some people are just living on that now. They sell things on Amazon, they make things in China, sell it on Amazon and all these different things, and somehow it started replacing their income from their day job, and they thought that was more steady, or life happened and they just had to live on that, and they're fine, actually living pretty decently, and they have a lot more time on their hands now, and it's freeing up their brains and their minds to do more things. So think about Fulfilled by Amazon. Some of the things that we talked about in this e-commerce space is everything, any and everything. Let Go, eBay, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, a bunch of different things that y'all can think about. You can do things like selling your used items on there. You can go thrifting and actually sell your thrifting things out there. Arts and craft that you do, homemade type stuff, sell it on there. You never know what might catch fire, who might take a liking to your stuff. Don't slack, man. Y'all don't sleep. And Fulfilled by Amazon is something that you should definitely think about. It doesn't even take any expertise, actually. So think about it. That's something you should definitely want to look into. Do your own research, though. But before we go, I have two more things I wanted to talk about. I know we're running short on time, but when you're talking about making money, y'all need to make time to make money, okay? So you can begin to challenge your brain to, I don't know, think about stuff. So the next thing I want to talk about is starting your own YouTube channel. I have a lot of friends who like are so good at different things, but they didn't want to, they don't want to begin to talk about it because I don't know, because they're nervous or they don't want fame or something, I don't know, something like that. But I think, starting your own blog, starting your own YouTube channel, those things that help you build a brand, those things that people begin to know you for as a subject matter expert. And it doesn't mean that you're perfect. I think we all kind of measure ourselves against this level of perfection, and I'm just like, look, I'm not perfect, and I'm not out here trying to be like, oh, I know everything about everything and I'm going to tell you everything. No, the way you stage is like, hey, look, I'm learning. Or it doesn't have to even be anything that's like that deep. Like some people just do vlogs and talk about the randomest things. Some people do hair on YouTube. People do all kinds of things. So, y'all think about it. Whatever you're comfortable with. Again, your business is your own. You are the CEO of your own life, and your life is a business. So to the extent that you're comfortable, if you're not comfortable with this, don't do it at all. There's so many other things that we've talked about on this episode and the last episode that y'all can, kind of just put to work. But like, think about these things. If you're when I started this YouTube channel, man, yo, go watch my first video. And even till now, I'm still struggling with like just everything, talking to a camera, or like, all these different things. It's a growth process to me. I don't take it that seriously. Like, okay, if I don't do it well, we move, but you try something. And, I am actually also passionate about sharing this message because I feel like a lot of us don't know what we don't know. And so to me, this is just a way to challenge myself to learn more and to know more, but also to help people out there. I don't want to continue to have these siloed, one-on-one conversations. My mom, they pay me. Yeah, so I don't come and go and die. Okay, guys, the last thing we're going to talk about is building your own brand. Building your brand is super important. Of course, you could do it, via the vlogs and the YouTube and Instagram TV or, whatever blogs that we've talked about. But also, those are things that learning everything that you can and boosting the areas of your life that you're super strong at. I think that is ultimately so important because when people begin to know you and begin to get those training checks or those speaking engagement checks, fam, in your 40s, your 40-year-old self will thank your 20-year-old self that started that journey, because the day you begin to be an expert in the subject matter it's not the day people are going to know you. So it's going to take some time to build up to that. And so hopefully your 50-year-old self that's getting invited to several different countries and several different places to talk about this thing that you've been building and you've been learning about for years and years and years will hopefully think that younger self of yours that made that decision. So start today. It might take a while, but hopefully you're paying it forward, right? You're paying into your future, and you're helping people in the interim, and you're developing yourself along the way. My dear, I don't know what else to tell you, but this is everything I want to talk about today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Definitely feel free to add more things, or things I'm not even thinking about, things that you think can help other people, things that you want me to talk about. Even if I don't know it, I'll go study it. That's the work what we do, right? I really love how I'm infusing all this Nigerianness on this channel. What do you guys think? Do y'all like it? Do y'all like it or no? And yes, until next time, stay lit. Our path will continue to shine brighter and brighter until the perfect day. And I will talk to you guys soon. Ciao, ciao.